here is the first question for your study guide. This is the study guide labeled Systems of Equations and Systems of Inequalities study guide. Okay, and we are on question 1. Alicia purchased 8 half-gallons of ice cream for $3.50 each, and P packages of ice cream cones for $2.50 each. She purchased 14 items and spent $43. Which system of equations could be used to determine how many of each item Alicia purchased? So we need to come up with 2 equations for this scenario, and we do have options, right? A, B, C, and D. And let's look at what's going on in the scenario and match it to the correct one. So we have H half gallons that cost $3.50. And we have P packages of ice cream cones that cost $2.50 each. Okay, so we want to make sure that in our equation we're matching the rates to the correct item. So it was $3.50 for each half gallon. So right here, $3.50H would have the correct rate and the correct variable. And then $2.50 for each package, so $2.50 times the number of packages. Good. Then we want to check that it has the correct total. If you look, choice C also has $3.50H plus $2.50P. We're missing a plus sign right there. Okay, but that's what it should say. So both of those, A and C, have the correct rate and variable matched together. So we want to check which of those 2 equations has the correct total. So is the total supposed to be 43 or 14? Well, $3.50 and $2.50 represent the price or the cost. So we want to make sure that the total there represents the cost. Now we see 14 is items and 43 is dollars. So cost is 43. So choice A has that correctly. Okay, it has that total with the rates $3.50 and $2.50 with the cost $43. And then the second equation is H plus P equals 14. So H is just the number of items, right? The number of half gallons of ice cream. And P is the number of packages of ice cream. So just the items without the prices needs to add up to 14 items, because we see in the question she purchased 14 items. Okay, so we choose choice A. Then I included the next 2 questions here because the next 2 questions ask us to use a system of equations to solve. Okay, so 2 says use a system of equations from question 1 to find the number of half gallons of ice cream that Alicia bought. So we see that we want to solve for H, the number of half gallons. So I'm going to copy down the system right here. So it was $3.50H plus $2.50P equals 43, and H plus P equals 14. Okay, there were 2 ways we can solve this. Okay, we can either, I'm just fixing this to say 250. Okay, so we can either use elimination, where we multiply the bottom equation by a factor and then add them together so that something cancels out, or we can use substitution. And actually I saw more of my students chose to use substitution. So I'm going to go ahead and isolate one of these variables. So I'm going to subtract H on each side so that I have P by itself. P equals 14 minus H. Why am I doing this? Because once I have an expression for one of my variables, I can substitute it into the equation. So now I could take 350, or just 3.5, I don't need the 0, right? 3.5H plus 2.5P, and instead of P, I'm writing, here I have P equals 14 minus H, so I'm writing that expression, 14 minus H. Okay, and then I would simplify this, so I have 3.5H plus 2.5 times 14, which is 35 if you multiply that, minus 2.5H equals 43. Then I combine the like terms, negative 2.5 and 3.5 is positive 1, so just 1H plus 35 equals 43. Subtract 35, and I get the number of half gallons is 8 half gallons.